Good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Kajiki. How are you?
Hi, Jennifer. So Jennifer has so graciously allowed us to do this FaceTime video update on her health condition because she just wants to really make the public more aware of what's going on. And we have this person here who is a celebrity allowing us to do this and get the message out to the public. So let's start with, how did you find me first?
I combed through the internet.
Ah, so you were one of those people scouring the internet.
I went and searched deep in the bowels of the internet, late at night, just scrolling through just anything I could. So I suffer from alopecia, and I was just, alopecia treatments, holistic, natural, things. Just I wanted to go that way because I did. By the time I found you, I had gone to the dermatologist and I had gotten like a steroid shot or a cortisone shot in my scalp, and I didn't want to go that way.
Okay.
I knew that something else was happening. So yeah, I found you on the internet, and I was watching. I was really taken by the story of your wife initially, and then I just was like looking at all your videos and just listening to all these patients of yours that had identical, if not, very similar symptoms as me, and I thought, okay, this is the way to go. It just felt right.
Okay. And so other than the alopecia, what other kind of symptoms were you having?
Oh, brain fog,
Mm-hmm.
chronic fatigue. I'd wake up in the morning and just feel so lousy, and I just could not peel myself out of bed. A lot of just joint aches, not being able to concentrate, anxiety, depression, social anxiety was huge. Just dreading having to talk to people or go to work, or just kind of pushing through my day to day, and not being able to get through the day without having to crash.
Mm-hmm.
Day, and I would just find myself on the couch all day, and just the depression.
Wow.
Just I was in a really dark place. And the thing is, it was so insidious because I didn't realize how bad I felt, and that was the last straw when my hair just started falling out, and it was a very aggressive episode of alopecia because I had experienced alopecia back in 2009 for the very first time. And it was just like a small little, maybe dime size part right there. And I was able to just do a comb over and hide it. That was 10 years ago. In that 10 years, I've had a kid. My son is now 5. And my depression, my anxiety, all that just kind of, I thought it was just kind of postpartum depression.
Mm-hmm.
And then this happened so aggressively. I lost my hair within a month, and it started happening in August, and we started working together. In
October, mid-October, right?
Yeah. So I knew something internally was way off.
Okay.
Because it just happened so aggressively.
So you had all these symptoms, but the hair loss was really bad August to October.
Yeah.
And so you were searching, and so we started working together mid-October. When would you say was when you very first started to notice you were noticeably feeling better? About how long into was that?
Well, just from the meal plan that you sent me, even before we started the supplements, before I got the blood work and all of my my test results back, I did the meal plan, and I'd say about 2 days in, just eliminating these foods that I realized, oh, those are triggers. I felt already 20% better
In 2 days.
in 2 days, just from the food that I had. I was looking at the list. I was like, oh, okay, I'll eliminate that, and just from that, just 2 days.
Wow.
20% better. And it was just enough to realize, oh, there's my old self. And you don't really realize how bad you've been feeling until just that little
Yeah.
nuanced feeling of good comes.
You're right. Yeah. I tell people, you don't know how bad you felt till you feel better.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So, and I have to say that you were stellar at following my instructions. So people look at this video and they go, "Oh, I want that kind of improvement," but they're not totally compliant, and you were.
Yeah. Listen, y'all, you need to follow it, because if you're gonna pay Dr. K the money, you
Do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was hard at first, but then I was like, and then it just got easy. And I remember you telling me, instead of focusing on the things you can't have, focus on the things you can have.
Right.
That just changed it all.
Right, exactly. So you did good. We got the test back. We found out you had Epstein-Barr, and we started working with that. Now here we are 7 weeks later. What kind of improvements have you experienced from mid-October to 7 weeks later?
I mean, everything. The brain fog is gone. I feel much sharper. I can function. I get up in the morning. I, make my kid breakfast. I make them meals. I can pick them up from school and not feel like, oh my gosh, this is such a chore. I go to work. I feel positive. I want to see people. I don't have the social anxiety that I used to feel. I don't feel like I have to put on a mask. My energy levels are up. The libido is back. PMI. But yeah, and my relationship actually is much better, because we were actually going to counseling. Me and my partner, we were going through therapy, and I realized, wow, this physical change in me, it really did affect my mood, how I related to my partner, just the day-to-day interaction with him. I'm not moody, so that overall
Right.
has really improved my relationship with my partner, which is the biggest thing.
Right.
Because it was affecting our household.
Yes. So tell me about this hair growth, this massive hair growth.
Oh my gosh. So this was the most traumatizing of all. So yeah, I first of all, I had my hair was down to here. I usually have very, very long hair, and I cut off, this is before I had the hair loss. I cut off about 10 inches over the summer because it was really hot in LA. We live in LA, it's very hot here. So I cut off 10 inches, and I had a really cute pixie haircut. But then maybe about 2-3 weeks after that, I started noticing the first bald spot was right here, and it was just maybe a quarter size. And then within a day, it was
Wow.
it turned into that, and then also on the side here. And because my hair was short, I couldn't part it.
Right.
Certain ways to cover it. And then just every day, September, in September, I would just run my fingers through my hair, and just handfuls of hair were falling out. And it was the daily shed of that hair that was so traumatic. So by October, I shaved off all my hair. But by October also, I met you. We started working together. And literally within 48 hours, I could feel stubble already coming back, where it was just completely bald. There was no hair follicle. It was soft as a baby's bottom. So, and I was only wearing my wig for about a month. I wore that in November, and it came off the last week of November. And now it's mid-December, and here I am with a full head of hair and rocking this punk look that I'm really loving. That I never thought I would, because being in the business, this is all part of
Right.
I don't know, image.
It's your image, yeah.
And I realized you hide behind your hair so much. There was nothing to hide behind, but now that I shaved it off and it's kind of growing back, I feel a lot more confident. It's not this. It's just this.
Right.
This doesn't matter anymore.
Right.
I don't care.
But you didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, I didn't know at the time. I feel great. So this is just it's vanity.
Yeah.
It's vanity.
Yeah.
My health is more important.
Right. And I know a lot of people who are watching this who searched out hair loss are going, you don't understand, but you do. You've been through it. And
yes, I understand, girls and guys. I understand. But once you start to feel better, this doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that wig came off.
That's so awesome. Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So one last thing. People are watching these videos from on the other side of the world, and they're saying, yeah, that sounds great for you, but I live too far away. There's no way that I could see him. I mean, what's your one piece of advice you would give people?
I'm local to you, Dr. K, and this is the first time I've met you.
Right. We've never seen each other until now.
So, yeah, you are not limited by location, people. Just give them a call on FaceTime, or we've been doing just phone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're overseas or wherever, Skype, FaceTime, technology is amazing.
Yes, yes. So this could definitely work for somebody never having come to my office.
And I'm like literally a 30-minute drive from you. Oh, just over the hill.
Right.
So. But it's nice to finally see your face.
You too. So thank you so much for doing this. I think this will really give people some hope and some inspiration to go after taking care of things that they thought was impossible to take care of.
I hope so. Yeah, I definitely know so. I mean, I feel, like I said earlier, like, I don't know, 90% better already. After having, feeling like there was no option for me and just feeling so depressed. So it gets better, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
You're welcome.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye.